We know there are many choices in internet radio, and the staff and host of LA Talk Live would like to thank you for choosing the internet's hottest destination for the most eclectic sound and invigorating talk. This is LA Talk Live. We are more than just talk.
Hey, welcome to GospelRhythms.com, Talk Live Radio on LATalkLive.com. I'm Ro Williams.
And I am Trisha Mann Grant. How y'all doing today?
And welcome to our Entertainment Life Edition.
Woo. Yes.
Man, we got a great show today. But I wasn't here last week, but before we talk about what today's show is going to be about, and I hope you are enjoying our couture swag.
Our ensembles by Jean-Géry Couture.
Yes, Designing Life Edition. Hey, we have some wonderful fashion designers, creator artists in the house. But before we give you the details on who they are, tell us about this Man Talk that went down.
Oh, okay. Last week we did a sneak peek of Man Talk, and I am the host and creator. God gave me this wonderful idea, and I have decided to go ahead and give a platform to the men, because usually when we watch TV, what do we see? Women. And I love us women, and we love to be seen, and we love to be heard, but it's time for the men to be heard. So we had Tony Grant, we had Mr. John, my friend who was the motivational speaker. John was on here, Dr. John Reed.
Don't forget his last name. I didn't call about it.
We can't forget, because Dr. John don't play. He does not play. And we also had her cousin, Mr. Eric Givens.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, it was really great because the guys, they were so very candid about their past, and they actually gave some great information, especially for the younger generation.
Now that show actually gave you a sneak peek into the pilot show that you actually already taped, and we have some images from if you missed last week's show, to give you a little fresher on what to expect, because you do have an eclectic blend of cultures and colors, which is nice because everybody has a different experience, especially I'm sure men as well.
They do. So you all have to go to Facebook, check out Man Talk with Trisha Mann Grant. It is a Facebook page. You have to push join the page, and you'll see future episodes coming up on my YouTube page. Trisha Mann TV channel. That's Trisha Mann. All right. Just like saying my name.
I'm sure it will be on a station near you soon as well.
Yes, amen. We are looking forward to that. So,
while you were holding it down here, I was at the FCCI conference,
which means
the Fellowship of Companies for Christ International. This was their booklet. It was really a dynamic conference of community business leaders from around the world united by a vision that Christ can change our world through how we do business. It was a brother that actually is the CEO and I believe the founder of it. His name is Terrence. And if you have an opportunity, check out, just Google FCCI, Fellowship of Companies for Christ International, christworks.com, to get more information about that. If you're an entrepreneur, aspiring entrepreneur, this is definitely something to
check out.
Think about partnering. This was their 33rd annual. They meet every year. Next year it's going to be in Maui. And so nice. You definitely want to check that out.
FCCI, you had a good time?
Yeah.
Did you learn anything?
You know what? I did, and I also got an opportunity to do some great networking on behalf of the Vision Gospel Rhythms well. And the last night, Rick Warren actually came and was the closing out speaker, and he stayed, asked for business cards, he talked with us. It was really cool, It was a really cool experience. So I'm very grateful to have actually to one of our guests. It's all about networking, Dave Woods, that came on. Who told us about that. So, yay, thank you, Dave.
Hey, David, thank you. And, okay, now we're going to move on to Miss Jerry Legree, who is a dear friend of mine.
And who are you wearing?
Okay, well, honey, I'm trying to move on. Let me move on now. All right, I got to do this the right way. Okay, so Jerry Legree and her daughter, Jeanne. I like to say it in a French kind of way, if she doesn't mind. Hi, babies. Okay, so I've been knowing Jerry for years. She worked on His Woman, His Wife with me. We'll talk about that later. But this is coming up Sunday, October the 14th. I will be hosting this show, and it will be at the luxurious Biltmore Hotel downtown on Grand off of 5th, near 5th. And we're going to go more into this, but you guys got to check it out. Also, you can see it on my Facebook page if you need more information and details in the future. Okay, so are we going to wrap this up?
Wearing?
Oh, and of course, I wanted to see if she was with me. You know what I'm saying? I did that.
I know who I'm wearing.
I did that on purpose. I am wearing a Jean-Géry Couture. This is a design by Miss Jerry Legree. Isn't it fabulous? She's so good. And what are you wearing, darling?
I am wearing, I can't pronounce it, so it's Illinois.
Jongerie Couture.
Jongerie.
Am I saying that right? Wait, I said it 10 times and now I ask, am I saying it right?
You're going to be hosting an event, so
Yes, I'm hosting this event and I'm asking that question. I work it. Oh, did she just bust out and just do the runway?
because you're supposed to do the commentary as I break it on down.
And now we have a long, black, elegant, flowing dress by Miss Jongerie Jerry Legree, Jongerie Couture, ladies and gentlemen, by our model Ro.
I am a motto.
Thank you.
Thank you. Just kidding.
Okay.
All right.
We got to get on with the show. We're going to be standing up here for another 10 minutes.
All right. We'll be right back. Thank you, Ness. Thank you for
We'll be
holding
back,
it down.
darlings.
We'll be right back with more gospelrhythms.com, Talk Live Radio on latalklive.com.
Yo, this your boy Marvin Sapp, and you're watching GospelRhythms.com, Heaven's Party, right here on Earth.
Journey Sisters is an organization that embodies and captivates women from all walks of life. Our membership includes 44 women that are constantly growing in the areas of personal development and community involvement. Monthly, we offer free leadership classes at McCade's Restaurant. Journey aims to inform women in the areas of heart disease and HIV and AIDS. Experience the journey now by logging into www.journeymosaicinc.com. Toll free 888-906-5519. Journey with no excuses.
Hi, this is James Kinney from Kinney Group Creative, inviting you to join us every Thursday from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for our all-new show, What Catches Fire. We're going to be discussing the love, life, and politics of the American brand. So don't forget to tune in to latalklive.com every Thursday from 2 to 3 p.m. exclusively on latalklive.com. You can also catch us on iTunes Radio R&B, Live 365, Radio Flag, and now Stitcher Radio. Or watch and listen directly at latalklive.com. Reality radio handcrafted for your listening pleasure. This is LA Talk Live, and we are more than just talk.
Hey everybody, it's Miss R&B, and I'm inviting you to come and hang with me every Thursday night at 9 p.m. PST for Perspectives Corner with Rona Roe Bennett on America Talk Live. Hear and see interviews and live performances from some of our favorite celebrities and personalities in entertainment, sports, business, and the wellness industries. We're getting lifted and we're going deep, talking about life and empowering the champion in us all. See you there.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Mondo here to tell you all about LA Talk Live's new indie rock talk show, Band with Mondo, where I'll be hosting the show with a new band every Saturday from 3 to 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, starting September 1st. So tune in to Band with Mondo every Saturday from 3 to 4 p.m. here on LA Talk Live. We're more than just talk.
You got me feeling so crazy, and I don't know what to do. But I'm
Hey there, this is GospelRhythms.com Talk Live Radio. We want to thank you all for joining us today for our entertainment special. I am Trisha.
I'm Rose.
And we have some wonderful ladies here with us, Miss Jerry Legree and Miss Janae. And this is a mother-daughter team, designing team. And we are expecting another guest. We are expecting actually two more. We have one with us here. She's waiting to come on in a minute. But we are expecting Priscilla Samuels. And she's she's from Chicago, but lives in Nevada, in Las Vegas.
Who's also a designer.
Who's also a designer. So right now, let's talk to Miss Jerry Legree. Hey,
Yes,
hey, beautiful.
Hey, how are you?
I
Wonderful.
am wonderful. I'm so
Looking
happy
good.
you're here. Thank you.
Feeling like $1 million in these.
Y'all
Woo,
looking like
in
$1
the-
million bucks.
Couture.
Oh, no, that's
You
right.
always got to play with this. This is
Oh
fun.
yes,
I love it.
flowy fabric.
Oh my
Swing it.
goodness.
Now listen, I actually wore this in Chicago to it wasn't premiere, it was a play that I did for John Ruffin, All My Single Ladies, and I wore it I think after the show, to hobnob with everybody and stuff, and I felt real special. Then as I do now, what's your inspiration?
My inspiration is, first of all, I love to see women in very elegant clothing, elegantly dressed from head to toe. My era is basically the 40s and the 50s. I love the way women dressed back then. And so that's what I try to implement in my line, that same style from back in that time. And then I just add a little modern day flair, to it. But for the most part, what inspires me is back in that time, watching the old Turner movies and things like that. And I watched the way the women dressed and how it wasn't so much flesh showing, but it was just the silhouettes of their, the garments on their bodies. It was beautiful. And that's what my clothing is going to show.
Good deal. With a little bit of the shoulder out, not too much, because nowadays when we see the young ladies walking down the street,
They got it all hanging out.
Yeah, it's a little bit too much exposure.
It's a lot, and they don't know how to balance it out. There's a particular balance you should have.
Right.
Miss Janae, hi, baby girl.
Hello.
Tell everyone how old you are.
I am 18.
Wow. And how long have you been good? Yeah. How long have you been designing?
I've been designing since fall of 2011 when I started Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising.
Wow. And you started, how did you do it? Did you just wake up one day and say, I think I want to draw some sketches and throw some material together and make an outfit like my mama? Is that how it happened?
All of a sudden, my creative side just came out after years and years of watching my mom design. And then I just woke up and wanted to be a designer.
Wow. You go, girl. Good deal. And so how long does it take for you to make an outfit?
Well, I'm just learning to sew and to pattern make. And so maybe about a day or so.
Wow.
Lord. I'm expecting her to say a couple weeks.
So let me ask you, because I know with designing, the actual sketching of it plays a huge part before you even do the patterning. Do you guys have that artistic side of you as well, where you can actually sketch out?
Yes.
And it looks like not like a stick figure?
No. Yeah.
That's what we would draw, right?
Yeah, I know, right?
Heads.
Yes.
No, we really, Janae has definitely surprised me, because I didn't know she can sketch or do any of that stuff until she got into Finham. And now you look at her sketches and it's like, she's sketching better than me. But I mean, my sketches are pretty good. I can get on paper what I want. And if I'm with a client, basically we sit down and talk and I can sketch out what they want. But hers is just a little bit more detailed, than mine and stuff. But it's good to see it on paper. What really makes it just amazing is when you see it made, when you see it with the fabrics, and it's just amazing. I mean, I've been doing this a long time, but it just never ceases to amaze me what God does through me with fabric. I mean, you buy a piece of fabric, a flat piece of fabric, you have the sketch that you go by, then you take this and you make the pattern or whatever, and then you just sew the garment together, and then you see it on someone. It still just amazes me. Fashion is it's my passion, and I love it. I never get tired of it, and I'm not bored with it at all. I love it.
And you mentioned something, Jerry. You said that God gave you this, and some people think anointings only come with ministry or with singing, but an anointing can come in anything. You can be anointed to be a designer.
Right.
Even though, y'all, she does sing her face off. This girl can sing.
She got a lot of gifts.
She really does, and act. But we're gonna deal with the designing right this second.
Yes.
But let's focus, Trisha, because I'll be all over the place.
Yes.
So do you believe that you have an anointing?
Absolutely. Yes. There are times where I can't sleep at night because God is dealing with me about a particular design. And at first when this happened to me, I was like, okay, is this God or just me, but God started, he gave me, I guess the book of Deuteronomy is when he gave Moses the instructions about the tabernacle and about the different fabrics. He was just so detailed about everything. And he started dealing with me about clothes like that and what to do. And when he does that, that will be my biggest seller. Wow. That would be a garment. I remember one suit, this was years ago, he gave me, and it was a beautiful black suit, and I saw it with all these little placards on the front from the 40s, very detailed. And I wore this. I made it for myself, and I wore this suit to a particular big convention. And from that conference, I had so many orders just walking around in the suit. Wow. So yes, God's anointing is definitely on my ideas, on everything that I do, because let me tell you, I do pray over my garments. There was a time I was so random and careless with my gifting. I went through that stage, but now I'm at a place in my life, I pray about everything I do. Every garment that's in this show, I've prayed over it. I'm like, God, give me direction, show me what to do, because bottom line is, it's his anointing, his gifting.
And you're a steward over the gifts. So it's like you're going to be held accountable for what you did with the talents and the gifting that he blessed you with. And this must be such a heart smile. I can only imagine the heart smile God gets, because you got a little mini me over here. And not only does she look like the really spitting image of you. She's so polished and very well spoken, well mannered. And here, it's not like you held her in a headlock saying you're gonna be what I want you. Like you're not a stage mom like on toddlers and tiaras, designers and scissors. It's like you want to design. I'm gonna whip you behind. It's like no, she actually has a love and a talent and a gifting and a bent for that, and she is like modeling how herself in the way, in a solid way.
You should be. She's a good girl. I mean, just all around good girl. I love the child to pieces, really. I mentioned His Wife, which was written by David E. Talbert, and I worked with her.
Oh, you were in it?
Yes, she was, and did an amazing job. She was the afro. I don't know if you've ever seen. Have you seen the DVD? But she had the afro on, and Jerry also sang. And then when they came back to L.A., she did the part that Lucretia Campbell did. She played the mom. And I remember coming to see the show, and I sat there and just got chills from hearing her sing. But not only that, the girl did wardrobe. Yeah. She did the suits that I wore when I was in the play. Yeah. And they were phenomenal.
You look wonderful.
I'm sorry,
you wore them well.
I can hear you.
You looked wonderful.
So you actually designed. You were sewing up a storm.
I was sewing. Mostly the plays that I've been a part of, that's what I do. I would do, like my very first play, God's Trying to Tell You Something, I did the wardrobe for that. So it was kind of twofold a lot of the times when I would be a part of productions. Either be designing or, the singing or acting or both.
Right. So, and I think David asked me, did I want to keep the outfits? And can I tell you, that's one time I regret saying, no, it's okay. Because I was thinking, well, I wore them in the play.
Because they were made for you.
But can I tell you, they were made for me for real. Yeah. And I have throughout the years regretted. I've thought about it. I'm like, God, why didn't I just say yes? It was
a beautiful suit. Don't know where it is today.
There was a red suit. There was a silver suit. Girl, it had this awesome, I can't even describe it. It was
Dupioni silk.
Sexy Elvis kind of collar and his shoulders. And you are amazing, really. I love the vision that you have. And I can't wait, because with this show that we're doing, it's called An Afternoon of Elegance with Jean-Jacques Couturier. I like Couturier. I always like to say couture.
Yeah,
that's the ghetto way.
No, same thing.
Couturier. Okay, so this will actually be her breakout in LA with her clothing line, and also Janae will have her designs shown. And honest to God, on Sunday, October the 14th, you guys, I cannot wait to be. I'm so honored. I honestly, seriously mean this. Thank you for letting me be a part of the show. We went to the Biltmore the other day, girl, and we saw it. The place, the room that it's going to be in. Biltmore's nice. It is beautiful. Biltmore's amazing. And so, I believe that's kind of a picture of Gold room.
Yeah, the gold room.
But anyway, you guys, if you want to come, what can they do, Jerry? Let me see here, because girl, you got a lot of stuff on this flyer. I'm trying to read it. I'm trying to read it quick.
Marcelina Hawthorne is the event coordinator, so her information is on there in the back.
Well, here, you
I'm
read
sorry.
it. That's okay. You scratched me.
I'm
Sorry.
sorry.
Somebody bring me a Band-Aid. I'm bleeding.
Johnny, can you give it to Johnny? Because I need my glasses.
You know, how about I just give this to Johnny?
Okay. It's Marcelina Hawthorne's information.
Oh, yeah.
on there.
Marcelina Hawthorne is the coordinator, and you can reach her at 310-674-3860. That's it.
310-674-3860. I'm all late. I'm like,
Well, let me ask you. So crazy. Well, no, we're talking about you guys, mother and daughter team in business together. Now, I understand you are developing your own line, and apart from what your mom is doing, but do you actually work together on
Yes.
the line? Okay. And so how does that, when creatively, is there a blend, or do you find yourself kind of coming ahead and disagreeing on certain things?
No, I let her do her own thing. I will make a suggestion.
Right.
And then she says, no, mommy, I have a vision. I back off.
Okay.
Because that's what vision that she has, whatever God has given her. I want to implement that. Now, I am making her samples, for the show. I'm making all the samples for the show. And so, we'll go shopping for fabric or whatever. And I'm like, oh, Johnny, look at this one. She's go, mommy, no, that's not it. I'm like, okay. But I back down. I'm not the type of mom that'll, this will look better this way. And this, I don't even do that. I'm like, okay, you know what? Whatever vision she has, I'm going to respect that.
Now, are your clothing fluffy girl friendly?
As you can see, mine is. Johnny's more toward the
As
tweens
you
and
can
the
see.
teens.
Oh, no.
I'm just saying mine's is flowy. You need to stop.
Wait. Look at you.
Oh, no, you need to
Let me
stop.
fix her. Let me fluff her a little bit. Come
You
here.
need to stop,
Pull that
Ro.
sleeve down.
No, but I'm just saying, as you can see with what you're wearing, Ro.
Fluffy girl friendly.
Oh, is that what you meant? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Girl, please, no.
No, because some
actually-
designers don't design for the
She is,
larger
though. No, I am.
boned women.
But
No.
she does. In
Yeah.
fact,
That's important.
she gets
No.
mad at me when I lose weight. She's like, she lost weight.
Because most of my clientele has been, full figured women. I know you're saying
Yes.
fluffy girl, but it
I
has
thought
been.
you meant like fluffy as in the way the clothes are
Yeah.
kind of like fluffy cutesy fluffy.
That's how I meant it. I don't want to get hate mail.
I feel like I'm in a let me get myself together today.
Y'all got it.
I've never heard that. Can I just be honest? I've never heard that term used for a larger, voluptuous woman.
I couldn't think of those words at the time.
Fluffy, full
No,
figured.
larger,
Oh,
voluptuous.
figured.
For the voluptuous. I would remember that.
I like to keep it nice and sweet. So my sister is a beautiful,
And
voluptuous
she
woman.
is. She's absolutely gorgeous.
So
Yeah.
So hey. But anyway,
That's good to know, And then this event, is it going to feature men's clothing as well? or
No,
just-
it's just all women.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's all women. The next, I think, when we do the next one, it'll be men clothing involved.
What's the dress, the attire?
Very elegant. I would love to see people just elegant, because like I said, when you see the ballroom, when you see the gold room and how elegant the Biltmore is, a red carpet event, we're going to have hopefully some celebrities there. Can't really say who yet, but there are coming. And we just want it to be something that is so elegant. I want everybody to come in with something nice on. Not too but a nice dress, whatever. No jeans, no t-shirts.
oh man, I was gonna wear my jeans with the holes going down the side.
I'm gonna hurt you, girl.
No rhinestones.
I'm gonna hurt you.
Okay. What about studs, Johnny? No studs.
Now, in your line, do you design casual wear?
Yes, very casual. It's graphic T-shirt and leggings.
Okay.
Very young,
Cute.
inspired by pop culture and art and architecture. So it's very, edgy.
And you said your line will be also featured at this event?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and Jerry is killing me holding these
know.
headphones.
'Cause
Girl,
it's about
she
to fall
don't
apart.
want to mess up the hair, but she.
I ain't mad at you, girl. Don't mess up the hair. I understand.
I'm sorry. No, one of us coming apart.
No, it's okay.
We're gonna fix it at the break.
Fix it.
She's trying to hold on there. She's holding on to this.
Okay. All right. Should we go to a break now? We're going to go to a break.
Okay,
All right, thank you all so much for watching GospelRhythms.com. LA Talk Live. We'll be right back. Trish and
Row. And we'll fix our earphone malfunction.
You're right.
2 and 2.
First on my wish list, missing you with the kids. First time I seen you, you was looking fish. Raw deal is, I'ma treat you like a 4-course meal, kid, and get you all up.
Hey, this is Lady J inviting you to join me every Thursday from 4 to 5 p.m. for my all-new show, Lady J's Wild World of Sports. Join me as I highlight all entities associated with sports, from athletes, trainers, referees, and even actors that have portrayed athletes. Okay, so don't forget to tune in to Lady J's Wild World of Sports exclusively on latalklive.com. You can also catch me on iTunes Radio R&B or watch me on Ustream.tv. Reality radio handcrafted for your listening pleasure. This is LA Talk Live, and we are more than just talk, okay?
Hi, this is Dawn Christie inviting you to join me every Friday, 1 p.m. Pacific, for my all-new show, The Dawn Christie Show. Join me as I discuss love, spiritual readings, your purpose, why am I born, what am I here to do. So don't forget to tune in The Dawn Christie Show at 1 p.m. Pacific, exclusively on LA Talk Live. You can also catch us on iTunes Radio R&B or watch us on Ustream TV, reality radio, handcrafted for your listening pleasure. This is LA Talk Live, and we are more than just talk.
This that Shiro, y'all. Let's go. I got you. Come on. Nah, we ain't stressing. We blessed over here, baby. Y'all ain't ready for this. Go get it, Shiro.
Late in the midnight hour when the nights keep you awake. Call on the Most High if it means get on your face. Whatever the season, trouble don't last always. But this is the reason. Go on, give God the praise. Testify those best you told me that. From the back in the zone to trust home.
Let's go.
Even when you find yourself in a rush, never anything less is unacceptable. Looked at myself, saw a few things unknown. Didn't understand the heart it would bring. Oh, it hurt my heart to see where I placed my faith. In His word it says, I have a dream. I'll complete your destiny. That's what He says. I got you, I got you, I got you, yeah. Even when you find yourself in a mess, never, yeah. I got you, oh yeah.
Hey, welcome back to GospelRhythms.com, Talk Live Radio on LATalkLive.com. I'm Ro Williams.
And I am Trisha.
And this is our Entertainment Life Edition. And we got a dynamic power designing duo, mother and daughter in the house. Do y'all like have a name, like a hybrid name you guys go by?
Yeah.
John Jerry.
John Jerry.
John A. and Jerry.
Oh, that's what it is?
Yeah.
Girl, I'm on the short bus. Oh, man.
I didn't know I said John A. 50 times.
Hey, Jerry. But you know what? I had to do that for our listeners because they needed to know what was up.
Oh, right.
That's what it was about.
Okay. So John Jerry, which is a combination of John A. and Jerry.
Exactly.
Jerry Legree, John A. Elise.
Yes.
All right, beautiful. Okay, so the men's line is next. If the men want to get in touch with you, what do they do? Or the women, because there may be some ladies out
like
there.
me.
Like you. Oh, and before you answer that, let me let everyone know right now, 323-247-7443. Call in, please, quickly.
Yeah, you may be an aspiring designer that may want to get a little bit of advice because you've been in the game for a number of years. I'm sure you have some pearls of wisdom, especially
Mhm.
for maybe somebody out there that's trying to figure out how to get in the game, or they're frustrated from being in the game and not getting anywhere, you know?
But answer that first question first.
What was
they
the
can.
question?
The question was, well, actually, it wasn't a question. It was give their information.
Oh, my
So that in
information.
case someone needs.
Well, I
to
do have an
contact.
800 number that would, but I don't have it with me, so I'll give them my number,
Lord.
my personal number, and I'll direct them to the 800
Okay, stop.
number.
Don't give me your personal number. What's
No,
your
my
email
the,
address?
Jerry Legree at yahoo.com.
Okay,
GHERILEGREE at yahoo.com.
All right,
Oh,
you
yeah, that's
guys.
better. Yeah, just email me. I'm sorry.
This is worldwide,
Yeah,
Mama. We
yeah.
love
I don't
you.
want to
We-
give
we
out my
wanna
number.
protect
Sorry,
you.
guys. Sorry, guys.
That's what I had. You see, your sister had your back.
Right. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay,
Wasn't
good deal.
thinking. Wasn't thinking.
It's all right. So now, how do you feel? I want to know, how do you feel in this material?
Well, I
and in
think the
this
design
dress?
itself just makes you feel beautiful. You know what I'm
Mhm. Yeah.
saying? Especially if you have, you know, the way it lays on you. If you have
Yes.
some assets that need to be accentuated, like more, then they do it so
Yeah.
lovely. If you have some that you may want to be, you know, camouflage a tad bit, you can still be elegant and fly. Like, wow.
I love it. No, that looks good. It
But,
really
this,
looks
but that's
good.
real talk,
It's very
because
becoming on
when
you.
you really, why, thank you, check the mail.
Yeah.
No, but seriously,
Send
you
it
know,
to
that
me.
there's no problem, you know, if they got a little Twinkie pouch and the Spanx they can't find, and you're trying to get out the
Right.
house, and
Right.
I'm just being honest,
I
you know,
love it.
because a woman wants to feel beautiful and
Yeah.
elegant, you know, when she's headed out to an affair, and it's
Right.
like she don't have to scratch her head to figure
Right.
out what to wear if she knows that she has some go-to pieces that are gonna like represent her, you know.
That's
Right.
right.
Be
And
fly and flawless.
now, Johnny, do you get requests from your friends? Do they say, "Girl, you gonna make me
My
something?"
prom dress.
Okay, right. Give me a shirt. I want some pants or something. Do they do that?
Sometimes, one time, I had wore a dress made by my mom, and I got a lot of compliments from them.
Ah, come on up, bitch. She's so
We need to hear you, girl.
Girl, get in that
Two
microphone.
fingers.
Sometimes, one time I wore a dress made by my mom at
Mm-hmm.
school and got a lot of compliments on them, and asked, where I got it from, and just told them that my mom made it.
Okay. So how do they? What do they think about you getting into designing? Do they think that's cool? Do they want to know how to do it, or what do they say?
Well, I hang around a lot of people from my major, and we basically learn how to do our own clothing line. So I feel like it's normal to talk about it, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. God, I just love it.
So proper.
That's
So polished.
That's good. That's good. Now you just graduated.
College?
Yeah. When did you graduate? You graduated
I haven't.
online, high
Oh,
school,
yes,
right?
high school. I graduated
Yeah.
in 2011.
Handing out business cards. And I'll do your prom dress. Here you go.
Girl, take
Yeah, everybody.
advantage of that. Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
So if you wanted both of you to inspire an up and coming designer, what good advice would you give them?
Well, first of all, you have to really have a passion for this, because fashion has its lows as well as its highs. You know, there are times, there's some struggle and there's some challenges, especially if this is something that you do full time.
Okay.
And I found that in the past that I've struggled, with some issues with it and stuff. And it's a very competitive field. So you have to really know this is what you really want, and you have to have a passion for this. This is not something that, you have some people that do it for a hobby or whatever, or a pastime. This is my life. This
Right.
is something that I love to do. So you got to know, have that knowing that this is what I really want to do. Pursue it. Keep at it. I was sewing my own clothing at 12 years old, and from that point on, was just sewing. And my craft has gotten better and better and better. You got to keep at it and keep doing it. It gets better and better with time.
Yes.
So my inspiration to you, out there, if you really want to do this, is just continue to do what you do. Make sure that there's a passion there for it. Because if you don't have a passion for it, you're not going to follow through to the end with it. So,
And passion is like what it is that you would do, even if you weren't
Yes.
getting paid for it.
Right.
You know,
and,
you
and
don't
there
have
are
to
many
do it, yeah.
times that my gift was underestimated. There were many times that, I felt that it wasn't appreciated, or I felt it wasn't valued, and this is when you got to keep going. This is when you have to keep going.
What about you, sweetie?
I would say never give up and always continue to work on your craft.
Good deal.
Whether it be internships or just, helping designers, assisting, just always work on your craft.
Good stuff.
Now you have the support of your mom. So with some of the kids, the students that you are with, like, have you come across situations where they don't have that like support, and it's like, seeing their struggle, they still persevere in spite of? Because I think it is so special that you guys have that network to support each other's dream.
Right.
But there are a lot of people, a lot of young kids in this world, and that are growing up now that don't necessarily have the support of a family, but they have this gift and their talent that they want to pursue and see flourish. Well, what kind of advice would you say to the young girls out there that are like, but you got a mom and she has your back? My mom, I don't even want to come home because it's just the hell in the household, and I really want to pursue this dream. Like, what would you say to inspire them?
Just don't listen to the negative people and just stay positive.
Girl, I need to hear that.
and connect with someone that shares your dream. Because my mom didn't sew. She didn't do any of the above, but I connected with someone that shared my dream.
Wow.
Which was a family member, a cousin of mine, in New York, Wallace Flood. This is my mentor. I watched him. He used to sew for my mom when I was younger, coming up in New York. And this man is amazing. Even today, he's just amazing. So I connected with him. This was outside of my household. So you have to find someone that shares your dream, shares your passion. Someone that's going to motivate you and be there for you. So,
and then we talked about this a little bit off camera, amen. But how important is faith to what you guys do, and God being just like you shared with us earlier about how important it was, how you pray over every design, to somebody out there that doesn't think that there's a connection with that.
Well, in order to do this, you have to have that faith. There are many experiences that I've had in the past, because, faith is the substance of things hoped for. We know evidence of things not seen. So you're working sometimes in the dark, not knowing what's what. You got to trust God.
Oh, wow.
You got to have that faith, because there's so many times you can't see a lot of things that are around you. You know how it is being in this entertainment industry, and not just entertainment, just other, places in life that I have experienced. I needed God's faith. I needed his guidance. I needed that hope, because I couldn't see it at the time. So faith to me is very important in any and everything that I do, not just the designs, but in anything that I do. I have to trust God every step of the way.
And that's for sure, because this is a praying sister right here. Yeah. She's definitely... Now, Jerry, you have some really great clients. You got Shirley Caesar.
Yeah, I just got her.
Yeah.
Well, in the past, I've done work for, Lenny Williams.
Yes. I interviewed him once. He was great. He was such a nice
I love
guy.
him.
Okay, for those of us who don't know who that is.
Do you know who that is?
Me and this guy had like
and he sang for me in the interview.
He did?
He sang. He said, "What's your name?" He said my name and then singing in the song. I was like, "Oh, I'm a fan."
Wow. Tony Terry, of course,
Tony Terry. What was that song, When I'm With You?
Oh yeah.
And then when I did a lot of different plays and stuff, I did Shantae Moore's clothing.
Yes.
I did Kenny Lattimore's clothes. Just so many different people that God has blessed me. I remember years ago when Tremaine Hawkins was on Ricky Lake show. You remember Ricky Lake?
Yeah, we do remember her. She's back.
She's back. I saw it on the bus.
I did her gown for that. So it's just, I've had a lot of awesome, privileges to sew for a lot of.
I heard you did a wedding dress for somebody also.
Yeah,
I wonder who that could have been.
Gee.
Yeah, we got that picture. Gee.
Oh, she sure did. And you know what?
My Trishy.
You know what is she had already made the dress, and because we decided to have the wedding at the last minute, much earlier than what you were planning for, because the dress she was going to make
was amazing,
was ridiculous.
For the Chicago wedding?
For the Chicago wedding. And so when we just jumped up one day and said, let's just get married today, and called people in like 5 minutes and said, be there at 3 p.m.
And I felt so bad I couldn't make it.
I called Jerry and I said, Jerry, oh my gosh, I need to wear, something, but I already had the dress.
Right.
What's funny is it was dirty, and so I had to wash it in the tub. I was like, this is never going to dry, because she said, take it to the dry cleaners. I went to dry cleaners. They said, sorry, no, we can't do this. Not much time. So I was like, oh man. So I went home, I washed it, and I blow dried it. So I'm at the church, and Dina, my daughter, she's just blow drying. I said, hurry up, baby, while I'm putting on my makeup. But can I tell you, it all worked out.
You look beautiful.
Thank you, and I loved it. It was it's same material.
Oh, we had a picture.
Yeah, same material, and it's
what was it? It looks like Like rhinestones or something?
Rhinestones
Yeah,
at
the
the neck.
rhinestones.
I was supposed to wear it closed, but then my daughter Dina Yoba, who is also a little designer at the age of 11.
Yeah.
We'll be bringing her on in a few minutes to talk to her. But she looked at me and said, Mom, really, you need to leave it open, okay? She's like, it looks better on open. And I was like, okay, all right. Sometimes she'll do that. She's like, Mom, no, those shoes are not working. Like today, Mom, those you don't have any other shoes?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, but you know what? I really like when I get input from my daughter, because a lot of times we think we, as a designer, and we know how to dress, we know how to put together.
Please, I'm older than you.
Okay, does this look right? No,
that's not working.
Right. So I respect that.
Yeah.
I respect her input definitely. So
they
that's
will tell
great.
you, and I love that. In fact, Dina was at the store. I'll let her tell her when she gets on here, because I don't tell other people's stories as good as I tell my own. But wow, we'll get to that. But anyway, moving on. What else you want to ask them?
I was listening.
I was going to tell her, but I said I'll wait till we get Dina on and she can tell that story.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to ask, segue to you about faith, because you're young, and usually, young people, the last thing they're thinking, the last thing that tends to be on their mind is God and incorporating God in anything that has to do with their work or school. And I just wanted to hear your perspective on that, because I'm sure there are some high school and college age kids out there that could definitely be like, wow, impacted by what you have to share.
Okay. In the beginning, I really thought that I could handle my own career, and then I realized that I couldn't. So at one point, I just asked God to take control of my career, and I continually ask Him to lead, and I will follow. And I'm just enjoying the ride. A lot of great things have happened in the past year.
Wow. Are you an only child too? Is she an only child?
Yes.
And not spoiled.
No.
I don't think she's spoiled at all. Usually the only child, it's like, no, just beautiful spirit. So I'm so proud of you, sweetie.
Thank you.
So proud of you. And well, I cannot wait to see you just fully blossom and do what you're doing. You're just going to be so good at it. And help my child, because she needs somebody to take her under the wing.
I definitely will.
So do that.
Well, I mean, the advice was you said join up,
connect with someone with
and
the
there's
like
probably
minds,
just like with the business for Christian business. I met a lady who was an attorney, and she was sharing her testimony. I was like, how did you? Because she was like, there wasn't that many African Americans there, and I was like, how did you even hear about this? And she was sharing it after 9/11. Because her, although her law firm was not in the building that fell, was in the building like right across the street, so all the businesses down there were affected. And then she had just finished a home, and all these things started to financially become like overwhelming for her, to where she ended up having to file bankruptcy. And so she just Googled Christian business organizations, and it was from the network of this business, the Christian business organization, that allowed her to find something to put her energy in. And it turned out that through that network, she got an opportunity to be featured in like Money magazine.
Wow.
Because somebody had called a friend and said they wanted to find people who were affected by 9/11. And so from that, she was she got 25 clients.
Wow.
To be able from that article that ran. So sometimes you just have to just take a faith initiative. Go on, if say, hey mom, if you're young, can help me find and get me into some small groups. They got meetups. Maybe they got meetups for young upstart designers, or even with us, if there are things you need to do that might be out of scope of your ability to network, pray and ask God, and He'll open your mind and heart to lead you and shepherd you. He says, I will guide you and counsel you and watch you with my eye on you and His hand on you and His word. So it's so important to just stay connected with God and not try to do it apart from Him, because you can't.
Exactly.
So sorry. It says it right there. So sorry. Apart from me, you can't do it.
Nothing.
Not a thing.
Nothing.
You can try.
You know what? And she's always so encouraging. I don't care what's going on, even if it's in her own life. If stuff has happened with me, and I'll call her. She's like, Trish, just pray. Just pray, sis. It's going to be okay. Trust God. Faith. And she's consistent with that. Yeah. In times I knew I was not consistent.
I just refuse to accept defeat anymore. I know God has such a great plan of our lives. And it's like, I've lived in that life of defeat at one point. Yeah. And then when God brought me out of that, And when I really and how he did that was started showing me who I really am through his word, you know. And it's like I can't accept it because it was a challenge growing to this point. You know, it's a growth in Christ. It can be challenging, but the thing is, now that I'm here, it's like, oh no, I've come too far
to go backwards and act the way
I have come too far to be defeated by anything or by anyone. You know, and I was watching Joel Osteen this morning about who corrupted your he was using computer terms or whatever.
Your hard drive.
Yeah. And he was talking
downloaded viruses on your hard drive.
Exactly. And then he was saying, you know, the negative words that come at you. Delete.
Yes.
And it's like, come on.
Like,
we are not defeated. We are more than conquerors. We can do all things. All things. You better
Christ.
You better don't you make me stop. Girl, don't let me start up in here because I'll run around this
I just posted something on Facebook that I found. It says, I do not fail. I succeed in finding out what does not work.
Amen.
If it don't work,
Yeah.
On to the next.
That's
So
right.
today,
That's
on
right.
on my, I put up a new page, Trisha Mann Motivates, because I'm starting my motivational speaking campaign, and on there I put, I am no longer a victim, I am victorious, and so many of us have allowed ourselves to be victimized by circumstances or other people, and now we have to just realize, it is up to you to go ahead and have that faith and believe that you can be victorious, and I'm choosing. We choose. We choose to have a good day or a bad day, even though some things may happen out of our control. But it's like, in spite of it all, I'm choosing to smile my way through.
Yeah, exactly. And you got to realize he's always in control.
Yeah, he may not cause it, but he's in control of it. And you have to just really sometimes relinquish your that aspect of our humanness that wants to just in aggravation because it hasn't gone our way. But it's like, if he has the best for us, it may not always be, translate to what we like. Well, Lord, if the best of my life, it looks like this, can we go down the list of my expectations, and you just really surrender and just say, you know what, God, not my will, but your will. And I just got to trust you.
Yes.
That's hard. That's a hard talk sometimes.
Yes.
Well, listen, we're going to take a break, Ness. Is that what we're going to do? No? We want to get Dina in here because it's almost time.
But wait, let's give a shout out to let's explain, because we did have somebody else that was supposed to come, and there was some travel challenges.
Priscilla, listen, her name is Priscilla Samuels, and she is a wonderful designer. And sweetie, we know you're still coming, and maybe next time she can be on the show when she gets back in town. But we're still going to take some pictures with her when she gets here, so you guys can see them.
And I think we have a couple of her designs. We shot of her.
We do
they can take a look at. So shout outs to her.
Yeah, she's been at this for a long time, and send up prayers for her too, because she's just taken on 4 children. That do not belong to her. And I think that is so amazing. They're family members, but they're not her own kids. And to take on 4 children, I think one's in grammar school, one's in middle school, one's in high school, and one's going into college. So that age, honey, that's a lot.
Still trust God in pursuing your dream and your talent. Man, that's a lot.
Pursuing her dream. So I just, kudos, sweetie heart. And you continue to do your thing. And be safe getting here. Don't drive too fast. We want you to get here safely, Mama. All right?
When we come back, we'll sit down with our third designer in the making,
Miss Dina Yoba, my daughter, 11 years old.
We'll be right back with more GospelRhythms.com, Talk Live Radio on LATalkLive.com. See you in 2 and 2.
All right.
Mountain Valley Spring Water, since 1871, has been bottled at the source in Hot Springs, Arkansas. Twice named the best tasting water in the world, Mountain Valley water is naturally alkaline and bottled in glass, providing the perfect blend of nature's minerals, giving you a crisp, clean taste. To start your home and office delivery in Southern California, call us at 1-800-499-9982 or visit us online at www.mountainvalleywaterla.com. New customers will receive their first 2 5-gallon bottles free. Mountain Valley Water, the official sponsor of Here's to Your Health with Josh Lane on LA Talk Live.
Hi, this is Dr. Levi, your fitness doctor, making a personal house call, inviting you to join me Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific for my all-new show, The Dr. Levi Show. Join us as we discuss fitness, health, and well-being, including emotional and spiritual health. So don't forget to tune in to The Dr. Levi Show every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific, exclusively on latalklive.com and the Talk Live Broadcast Network. You can also catch us on iTunes, Radio R&B, or watch us on Ustream.tv, or catch us on the Live 365 network, and now on Radio Flag and Stitcher Radio. Reality radio handcrafted for your listening pleasure. This is LA Talk Live, and we are more than just talk.
My saints at? It's been waiting a long time. Time to say yeah, burn up. Let's do this. Where my Christians at? Where my saints at? Let's go. First we stomped them out. Now we finna hit them hard.
Hey, we are back with GospelRhythms.com Talk Live Radio. I am Trisha.
And I'm Ro.
And we're sitting here with my little one, Miss Dina Yoba. How are you, sweetheart?
I'm good.
Yay! Talk right on in there, okay? Got your own microphone. She got my favorite color. We always talk about colors. That's my favorite. All right. So how are you today?
I'm good.
Good. Are you nervous?
Not really, kind of.
All right. Well, because we don't have much time, we're going to jump right into you being a designer. And talk about your clothes. Oh, that's right. We got to show them too on camera. Tell me, when's the first time you picked up a needle and thread, and who influenced that?
When I was like 7, maybe 8, one of those ages, I was sitting on my bed and I was watching. Well, it all started when I was like 5, and I was watching my mom cut up a shirt, and then like when I was 7 or 8. I wanted to cut it, and I decided, how do I like put it together? So then I asked my mom if I could like sew it, and she taught me how to sew it then. That's what I learned.
That's right. That baby learned how to. She sews better than me now. That's the funny thing. I can put a button on, but she puts it all together. So I don't know. I mean, what are you working on right now?
Nothing really, but I think it was like 2 weeks ago or something like that. I did my Halloween costume. Well, kind of that.
I don't know if you're wearing that, baby. We're going to have a conversation about that one.
No.
At Halloween, and that's a whole nother show. Okay, well, I tell you.
There was a story that you were talking about. Yeah, what's the story?
Well, her former stepmother, who we're still like sisters, her name is Kat Wilson. Sweetheart, she came and got her about a month or so ago. It was a couple of months back. Kat came, picked you up, took you shopping, and while you guys were shopping, you were at a particular store and you saw this lady, so you finished it.
Oh, we went to the Steve Madden store, and that's where I got my backpack for school. And there's a lady that was from Africa, I think.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, something, I just walked over and I said, I like your outfit, because it was really cute to me. It was like, she had this pearl gold necklace, and it went like, it was like short, and it was like that. And,
oh my God.
and she was wearing a black collared shirt and some leggings.
And
I said, I like your outfit. She's like, thanks. And she was about to get these shoes with a bunch of gold studs on them, and the point, it was like one of those shoes that had like a triangle in the front. It was a point, and I saw these other shoes that had a really thick platform on it.
Okay.
And
I said they look exactly like the shoes she was gonna get, but instead of looking like that, it was thicker and it didn't have more of a triangle point.
So what'd you
So
tell her?
I said, I don't know why I said this, but it really changed. It really changed her mindset. She got the shoes. I told her, I said, no.
Like she does me, right?
I said, I like those shoes that you're about to pick out, but I think that you should probably get those instead. And at first when I was saying that, I thought I was being rude because I don't know this lady. And she's like in her 20s and I'm 11, and so I felt bad. But then she's like, oh, really? What do you think? Just tell me what you think. And I was like, well, I think those, because of what you're wearing, I could tell that's not your style. So you should get these instead. And she looked at them. She's like, I think I should get those. She was going to get them in the beginning, but then she's like, maybe I should get something more simple. And then she's like, no, I like those instead.
Well, I love the fact that you were confident enough to talk to a complete stranger and give her some advice. We don't want to make that a practice too much because, some folks, they can't handle it. Like, who is this child talking to me? But that is good. You really are. You helped me out. Go ahead, Rob.
Okay, now you have a couple of your creations that were brought in. I guess your fledgling designs from your opening line, and they're just. You can tell us a little bit about these.
This one, I took a Michael Jackson shirt my mom got from the memorial service, and it was longer than this, but I cut like at least 5 inches off of it, and I cut it Indian style, kind of. Well, that's how I call it.
The little fringe effect. Fringe effect. There you go.
Like that. And then off the sleeve, I cut a slit to make it like half slit and then half regular shoulder. And
so would these both be on your shoulder and it would just lay like that?
No, it would be like that on your shoulder this way, and then that would just be regular.
That's a little sexy.
Now, will you be taking up sewing as well? I mean, this is something that you want to pursue as a long-term passion?
Yeah. Like, when I first learned how to sew, it just became a habit of mine. When I was going into the 5th grade, I actually wanted to make a shirt exactly like the one that I just showed. And I took a fabric marker and I put like a peace sign on it, and then I put peace. And I didn't cut it that way, but it was kind of like a crop top. And I added a bow on it that I cut out of some jeans. And I tried sewing it, but I made a mistake because I sewed all the way up and cut where your arm is supposed to be.
That's all right. That's a beginner thing.
Where your arm was supposed to be. So I was like, I'm going to fix this. I tried fixing it, but it never really worked. So then it became a habit of mine to keep sewing. I'm kind of addicted to sewing because for Christmas, I'm getting a sewing machine.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Now let's project in the name of Jesus.
We have one other piece that you have underway, and tell us a little bit about this.
I took a skirt that I got from Target, and then actually everything from here is from Target, but this shirt I just got. When I told my mom I was cutting it, she was kind of upset about it.
It was a brand new shirt. Her daddy just took her shopping in New York, and so I walk in, and there she is cutting up this brand new shirt. I don't think have you even worn it yet?
Yeah, I wore it like a bunch of times.
But can I tell you, I was very, very pleased with the outcome. And,
cut
it's still progress. Yeah, go ahead.
I cut the other side of it, and then I sewed the strap of it to the side that I already had a strap on, and I kind of sewed it together. But then I had some studs from suspenders, and good for me, I mean not good for me, but lucky that the suspenders studs, it had like a little thing in the back where I just unfold it and then I just take it out, so that was easy. And I just had it laying around, and I was like, I don't even know why I took them out. I was bored to take it out of the suspenders. Okay. So then I just added it on there.
Isn't that cute?
And I took
like that.
I took rhinestones from a lip gloss that broke.
That's being creative.
Yeah, that's pretty creative. Because I can't say I could have thought of that.
Well, I think too, like a good message. This I'm getting, and not being a parent is just being supportive of your kid's dream and inspiring them to think higher. So it goes beyond just designing. Oftentimes, you might see your kid taking apart something because they believe they can, whether it be some type of electronic gizmo, and you might have to take a time out because you don't want to frustrate whatever God is doing to open their eyes, to new avenues to potentially pursue and grow in. So that's awesome, So we look to see and hear more great things and great designs from you, Miss Tina Yoba. And with that, we are out of time.
Oh, wow.
It's about the party is over, but we'll be back again next week. You can always see us on the rebroadcast.
That's right. And don't forget, on the 14th, Sunday, October 14th, come out to the Afternoon of Elegance at the Biltmore Hotel at 3 p.m. Yes? Jongerie Couture. All right. Thanks, John Nate. Thank you, Jerry. We love you.
Thanks for having us.
And does the guest that couldn't make it, does she have a website that we can at least come to?
You know what? I wish I knew. But I can't. I will give it next time.
Yeah. Jongerie Couture.
No, well, that's you. We're talking about Priscilla.
Oh, Priscilla. Yeah.
Right.
So you can hit us up on Facebook, and we'll get you whatever information you know. And she'll be on the show when she'll
be back. We'll have her back.
And thank you, Miss.
Thank you, Tina.
With that, I'm Ro Williams.
And I am Trisha Mann-Grant. I'm
the doting
my
mom.
child.
Look at her. She's like,
oh, my baby. She do so good.
Oh, that's right. I'm doing the show too.
Oh, yeah, Trisha.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Man, I got 3 last names. 2 last names. This is GospelRhythms.com, Talk Live Radio on LATalkLive.com. Thank you, Ness. Take us home.
Thanks, Ness. You're clowning me, girl. Oh, God.
Hey everybody, it's Amber Bullock and you are listening to GospelRhythms.com. Heaven's party here on earth.
What's up? This is Marcus D. Wiley, the hot comedian. You're listening to Gospel Rhythms, Heaven's party here on earth.
We know there are many choices in internet radio, and the staff and host of LA Talk Live would like to thank you for choosing the internet's hottest destination for the most eclectic sound and invigorating talk. This is LA Talk Live. We are more than just talk.